I don't know how many times I have to say it, but Fox News isn't Fox News anymore. They haven't been for a couple of years now. People forget they were purchased by a media group from the Murdochs, and well, I think a couple of the Murdochs are dead. And as far as them being this bastion of conservatism, no. I mean, it was a gigantic scandal where, Bill O'Reilly and other voices, I think Glenn Beck had left, all these other voices jettisoned away from the network. And so here we are in 2019, where you have this subset of people who are just behind, like they don't really understand, like, because they're so busy. Life's a busy thing. So you are worrying about, what your kids are going to be doing in school and everything else like that. You don't know the intricacies that, Fox is not the conservative hubbub that it was back in the day. No, not anymore. And so a lot of people are wondering where Tucker Carlson is right now. And a big part of the reason why is because he apparently said some real shit. And when you say real shit, the establishment, no matter who you is, when you start to say some real shit, it's like, hey, pipe it down, take it easy, because this is ridiculous. You're going against the grain. So I mean, I hope the man comes back to Fox News. I hope he comes back, like, come to YouTube, or go to just continue about his business. I'm pretty sure he has a website. But yeah, this is apparently the segment, a portion of the segment that has gotten him in such hot water, and it's when he reiterates a notion that I have pushed forward on this channel for a while, that all this racism, sexism, and all the other buzzwords are just there as cover, just there as a device in which to ignore and distract from the reality that, we all getting screwed over here. So let's let him get into it.
The left is now telling you and demanding that you believe that anyone who supports Donald Trump is a white supremacist and must be destroyed.
Now, that's the thing. That's really where I've been irritated when it comes to the media and what they've deemed as Trump supporters. Like, these people are your countrymen. Why, instead of asking them, why did you vote for President Trump, they assume why that person has voted for President Trump, and because they're not emotionally mature enough to realize that adults can think for themselves and try to come to some kind of understanding, some kind of reasoning. No. You're a Proud Boy. You're Alex Jones conspiracy theorist. No. And it's rather sad.
Now, they're telling you that for political reasons. This is election season, obviously, and they want more political power. But there are other reasons, too, that they're saying this. Ever wonder why rich people seem the most hysterical on the subject? Ever notice that it's the highest paid people on television who are the most determined to convince you that white supremacy is America's biggest problem?
Yeah. Because they in of themselves are cogs in the very system that they rail against. Which is why, people much smarter than me at Wisecrack, they had this whole theory about it where it's doing with the intent of getting nothing done. Like I call it spinning wheels, but just it's not getting anywhere. It's just the idea, or we were actually pushing forward, when in reality you want to keep status quo exactly where it is. You want to stay stationary, because that's how you benefit the most.
Why is that? Simple. Every minute you're angry about race is a minute you're not thinking about class, which of course is the real divide in this country.
Socioeconomics, baby. Socioeconomics 101. And the craziest part is that those born of this country are the ones who get it the worst. Have you ever met an immigrant that didn't particularly care for their American child or or their American grandchildren. Like, what we had to go back. Like, I'm telling you, because I'm from the melting pot. Like, I see it all. Like, they hate the habits that they pick up here in this country, because this country is the greatest empire that the world's ever known. It's safety unparalleled in many situations. So, you know, it's like generations of people who are the byproduct of a couple of generations of people who really had nothing great to fight or strive for.
Working class people of all colors have a lot more in common, infinitely more with each other, than they do with some overpaid MSNBC anchor.
Bang. He's right. I mean, he's in this class as well. You gotta be in this class to get these types of positions and these types of jobs. Make no mistake. But he's not wrong. He's saying some real shit right now.
And if you were allowed to think about that for long enough, you might start to get unauthorized ideas about economics. And that would be disruptive to a very lucrative status quo.
See, that's a big part of the reason why the American school system, particularly the public school system, is just completely bunk. Instead of sitting there and teaching the kids the virtue of capitalism and about, starting their own business and encouraging the type of creativity that it would take for someone to think of a decent business and like a necessary business and industry, it's more along the lines of it's designed to create people who can take in a bunch of information, do a test for it, and then forget about it 5 days later. That's really what it's about. And it's not about, gaining knowledge to be a better person or how do I put it? Or, a productive citizen. It's more just, hey, actually with the Common Core stuff, I couldn't even tell you, because that stuff is just insanity to me. 5 plus 5 equals 10 as far as I'm concerned. Their parentheses and their little hot boxes, okay, enjoy. I wouldn't do it personally. And that's really where but even beyond that, we've gone out of our way to destroy the homes. Like in these areas, in these very problematic urban areas, you have the just endless amounts of legislation and policy enacted that has really done no good for anyone, with the exception of the elites. The elected officials who at one point used to fall back and say, oh my goodness, look at all these things we're doing to clear up crime. Now they're like, well, that's your baby, so by all means, we don't want to make sure your baby gets shot. Like, it's very strange what the last 40 years have done.
So they whip you into a frenzy of racial fear so that it never enters your mind. It's a diversion. Everyone else hates each other. They get to keep their money. Pretty tricky.
And he's correct. I mean, as far as the whole race really doesn't matter, at least in my opinion. It's the person that you are. Who are you? What kind of character do you have? There's so many people who are convinced that they are doing something that helps, when in all reality, you're just spinning wheels yourself. That's it. No one's going at these laws. No one's going at these policies. And it's so damn frustrating, because these are Americans, all of them, all colors, all stripes. This is the country that you can actually come to, assimilate, and be a part of. And despite not having a role to play in any of our wars, not, having a family history of military service, a lot of that's like a bare minimum for some of these countries, right? So I'm just saying.
Unfortunately, it's also destroying the country. This is the path to civil war, obviously.
And he's not wrong. He's not wrong. The more you sit there and spark that rock, like that guy in the Antifa video, who's like, oh, yo, white Jesus. Like, guys, stop. Calm down, bruh. Take all that emotion out of it and think about things logically. How do we move forward at a logical pace? And everybody has a different opinion of that. But me personally, I just will always I always believe that it starts and ends in the home.
The left is now telling you and demanding that you believe that anyone...
Okay, yeah, I just wanted the screen moving while I finish my little soliloquy here. I want the family to be whole again, for us to push that idea, as opposed to, you know, like the nuclear family is where where the problem begins. It's where we can start to end the problem. And as far as getting back there, it took us several generations to get here. It's going to take several generations to get out of it. That's just the way these things go. So, with that being said, Tucker Carlson, you couldn't be any more right than you are in this moment. I hope to see you back on TV or on any other platform. Go to BitChute. Yeah, Tucker Carlson should go to BitChute and drag his rather sizable audience with him. You know. So, with that being said, all the internet stuff. If you like it, toss it a like. Dislike it, go ahead, do that too. I'm not scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. YouTube, BitChute, definitely, you know, So I definitely could use you. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Do you think that I am being, you know, a sellout? I'm being a coon, or am I just a guy that I like to think I am? A guy that wants to see tangible and real results, as opposed to continuing to be fed the same old nonsense that we've been fed since I was born, at least, and that's over 30 years ago. So until the next one.